Welcome back. We've got another frozen pizza review, and this time I'm going to practice what I preach here. And what I did, I was walking through the grocery store, and I saw Kroger has their own pizza brand here, just Kroger's store brand. That's a 4-cheese thin crust pizza. And I thought, well, why don't I practice what I preach? And I will put the toppings I had from before that are still good. These are the Hormel pepperoni cup and crisp. These are the ones I really like. And then the white sliced mushrooms and the green pepper I cut up. I think this has the potential to be very, very good with the fresh toppings. Here's what the box looks like, and it's a 425 degrees, the standard. And let's open it up and see what it looks like. Oh, please don't be bad. Hey, you know what? That's a decent base to build upon. Sometimes, when you're looking for the solution that you don't have to do anything to, you just want to take it out of the freezer and pop it into the oven. I get it, but you could just zhuzh it up a little bit and have something that's really, really good and something you really look forward to having in the future that may be better than your local pizza place and for a lot less money in most cases. I mean, this is a $4 pizza. And these toppings, it was $2 for the mushrooms and $2 for the green pepper, and that'll spread across, 3 to 5 pizzas, depending on how big the pizza is and how generous I want to be. And the pepperoni, I mean, there's a lot of pizza's worth of pepperoni in there, and it lasts a very long time before it goes bad. So let's just do it right now. Let's get this thing all dressed up, and I'll show you the way I do it because I have a preference. Of course I do. I want toppings that don't need to be crispy, like I don't want crispy mushrooms. I want those on first. Toppings I want to be crispy, like the pepperoni, I want those on last, because when you start stacking things, the thing below doesn't get cooked as well. Oh, this whole pizza got, isn't that weird? It's like the crust on one side of it just got chewed off. I'm not sure what happened. It's not in the bag. What happened? Hey, it's $4. It might be slightly irregular. Now, when it comes to pizza, the cheese will melt towards the middle, okay? So don't worry if you're missing some cheese here in the middle part, because as this heats up, the cheese is gonna draw towards the center. You're probably gonna be fine. If you feel the need to have even coverage, knock yourself out. But it'll probably, in this case, we have more cheese on the edges, and I'm not worried because it should, as I mentioned, it should just melt towards the middle. Now, this cheese is pretty frozen. I couldn't really move it anyway. You could also add more cheese if you wanted to do that. And this is a 4-cheese, which I failed to mention. This is mozzarella, Asiago, Parmesan, and Romano. So what I'm going to do, I just saved a bag here and just put my green peppers and my mushrooms together. So see, I still have a lot more left if I can use it before it goes bad on another pizza. And somehow, I don't think that's going to be a problem. And then we'll grab our cup and crisp and we'll get this opened up. These are the best, I'm telling you. Load this bad boy up with as many as you can get on there because they shrink to about, 3/4, maybe even half of their size and become little cups. So what it looks like you're doing when you're putting these pepperoni on, you might put them sparingly, but when it cooks, it's going to look a little sparse. So you really got to make sure you get great coverage. Try not to overlap them. It's okay if they touch because they're going to shrink and they're going to cup. Now, if you wanted to zhuzh it up a little bit, you could add some basil. You can just get the little shakers of basil seasoning. See, it's just ground up, not even ground. It's like shredded up basil leaves that are freeze-dried, and they're just in a shaker. You pop it open and just shake it on there like you would. It looks like parsley. And that gives you a little bit more basil if you're a big fan of basil like I am. Something else you can add to the pizza to give it that little extra little something that makes it more special than an average frozen pizza We can elevate this to be higher than restaurant quality, potentially. I haven't had this before, so I don't know the quality of the crust or the tomato sauce or the cheese, but it looks good. So let's hope it cooks as well. Other favorite things you like to add? A sprinkle of Parmesan on top, or maybe you put jalapenos or anything like that? Let me know. Put it in the comments. Tell me, give me some ideas and what you like to do. Maybe I'm not showing you anything new. Maybe this is routine for you, but you choose different toppings. What base do you start with? You know, we're talking about buying a base frozen pizza and adding to it. The one that we did this before, we didn't like the pepperoni on it that came with the pizza. So we should have just bought the cheese one. That way our odds of liking it are going to be better. That was the logic this time around. So I'm learning. Let me go throw this in the oven. I'll come right back when it's done, and we'll give her a look-see and a taste-see. We'll see where we're at. This looks very promising. Stand by, I'll be right back. All right, I know what you're asking yourself. How did it come out? Well, you tell me. Now, again, these pizzas do tend to look a bit more cooked on the camera than they do in person. I've got a nice brown edge around it. Look how small the pepperoni shrunk up. Look how small the mushrooms shrunk up. That's why you got to put extras on there. Got to accommodate that shrinkage. Let's set that down. It is hot. And let me step over, and I can't wait to try this because it smells fantastic. Again, cooked directly on the oven rack. This part over here where it's missing the crust started dripping down a little bit. I think I just got a broken pizza or something. I don't know, but I ended up turning the broiler on for just about 1 minute and 15 seconds to get the top of it a bit more brown. Some people, you know, would say it's a little over, but for me, it's perfect. Perfect. The crust, when I was cutting through it, it seemed good and solid. Let's take a look underneath. It's a little bit flimsy. It's still very, very hot. A little, oh, that one's, see, as it's cooling down, it seems like it's got better rigidity. And if I turn this around, that way I can show you the whole half this way. Get a good look at the crust here, which feels like a cracker. That looks really good. I'm losing my toppings. These pepperoni. That's how you do it. Those cup and crisps, I'll tell you what. And that was one of the thicker ones, and it shrunk down quite a bit. These thin ones, these really thin ones, like this one right here, this is going to be like bacon. This little cup, see how it cupped up? It's got a little grease in it. Mm. Oh, I wish you could taste that. Well, you can. Go to the store and buy some. What are you doing? Mm. That first bite of tomato sauce came across quite ketchup-y. Wasn't expecting it. Let me give it a few more bites. For whatever reason, this crust on this side is a little bit soft. It feels like on this slice here, just the way it even holds differently. I feel like this one might crunch when I bite into it, and these slices were right next to each other. Mm-hmm. There's a difference in the texture of the crust between the way it cooked. Okay, this next bite's an important one. I've got mushroom, pepperoni, and green pepper all in this one bite. This is a tough call. I'll tell you what, easily I can tell you it's a 9. That's a 9 for sure. What keeps it from a 10 is the inconsistency with the crust, and I will say that that first hit of tomato sauce that I thought tasted a bit ketchup-y, that went away after the first bite. It was fine after that, so I don't know. if that was just what my mouth had picked up in the flavor initially. That just sort of, I can't explain that, but I will say that it's not a problem. Otherwise, I'd say it could still use a little bit of improvement. That being said, if you're willing to put your own toppings on a pizza and you start with a good cheese pizza, whether or not you want a rising crust or a thin crust, they sell them in the market, and you can have exactly what you want and just fix it up a little bit. If you want the convenience that you want everything done for you can always go to a fast food place, or you can buy a pizza with a bunch of toppings that's frozen, and you'll probably end up spending more for something that won't taste as good. So it doesn't necessarily mean because you're spending more that you are getting something better, but that's for you to decide. Overall, this is a big win. I have no qualms or hesitation in recommending that Kroger store brand 4 cheese under the condition that you put something on it that you like and as much of it as you want. And it's still a bargain all day long. All right, I'm going to go get to eating, and I'll see you on the next frozen pizza review. Bye for now.